Keep your head up, you'll be okay. A beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. Good times, sunshine, gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies, push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, you'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. A beautiful
day. Welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. Hope everything's going well here for you all, and I hope we're going to have a good night of streaming. We tried to do this Monday night and had some issues, some major issues. Had sound issues the time before that, so hopefully tonight things are a little bit ironed out. But anyway, I hope everybody, I know it's Thursday, but I hope everybody had a great weekend up until and a good week so far. Definitely been busy around here, finally got done with stuff, so we're going to start getting back into working. I did a little bit of chainmail. I did about 10 minutes Monday night. Midday, I just wanted to see, because I woke up Monday morning, my thumb was hurting real bad. Couldn't grab anything, have any pressure, and I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to chainmail, so I tried. Everything wasn't hurting doing chainmail, so I was going to do it, and then, the internet just would not work for us, so alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and get started here and talk more about that, but it was a crazy weekend. I had all that band video I've been working on, and pretty much from, Thursday until Tuesday? I was watching band videos after they were burned onto DVD, plus working on the video on the computer itself, non-stop. 16, 18 hours a day, if not more. But it's done. Got it done Tuesday, so. But Monday night, when we were trying to get the stream going, I was having the internet issues, and I was trying to play with that, get that going, and after I finally gave up on it, I tried doing it for about 40 minutes, and I was like, by that point, it's like, man, if I get it going now, the stream won't have much time anyway, so I was like, decided to say, enough of this, and went on my way, and I'd left everything, the program's still running, and the camera on and stuff, because I still did want to play with it, but I got back into working on video. I don't know, it was probably about an hour and a half later, I seen the program still open, so I opened it up, and I realized my camera was showing a weird screen. It wasn't showing the workspace, and I was like, well, that's a little odd. It looked like, if the TV got hit, it had a bunch of weird little streaky lines going through, and I was like, uh-oh. And so I came over and looked at the camera, and so the camera finally gave up its beast, which, it sucks, but, I've had the camera for a long time. That was the first camera, the first CX 110 I bought for doing band stuff. And so, and it's been through hell, really. Like I said, it was 12 years ago I bought it, and was it 5 years ago? I was doing a band event, and I had it on a tripod, and down at the bottom of a hill where they were going to come marching down to. I was at the top of the hill with another camera. A little windy, and it blew it over, and I went back down to the camera. After they come marching by, I go down there. I was going to grab that camera and go put it out in the field to get them again. And tripod was laying down sideways. Camera had broken off the tripod. Battery was laying like 12 feet away. The camera was open, so, the viewer... I thought it was broken, but it ended up just kind of snapping out of place. I was able to snap it back into place. Actually, I spent about 10 minutes putting it all kind of back together there on the field, and lo and behold, it started working again. I actually recorded some more events that night, more video that night from it, so it gave me another 4 years, and then it was last August is when I kind of started putting it in production of doing video for the Booga Box here, the live stream, because it stopped recording to the memory card. It wouldn't recognize any memory cards anymore. And I was like, well, that kind of blows. But then I was like, well, I could probably use it for doing the stream, and we've been using it for the stream ever since then. Until Monday night, like I said, it gave up its last being. I've tried several things to try to get it to come back to life, but it's toast, I do believe. I've kind of set it to the side. Right now I'm actually using the same. I have 3 CX110 Sony cameras. First one I bought 12 years ago, then I think it was 2 years after that I got the second one, and another 2 years after that I got another used one. They're good cameras, because I also have a Sony 405, 405, that was supposed to be kind of, the upgraded version several years later from the 110. But the stats shows better and everything like that, but to be honest with you, when I go to use it for video, it doesn't seem to have the oomph for when I was trying with band videos. Plus, with my CX 110s, the battery just kind of slides on the back, and so you can get extended batteries, so you can get extended live batteries. I buy for it. I can get a good 6 hours out of them instead of normally about an hour out of the normal battery. And that's the thing with the 405. It's got a battery that slides up inside of it, so it can't have a bigger battery. And those batteries only last about an hour. I mean, GoPro style. I'm like, I need more than an hour. So I never really used it for field use. That's the main camera I used on my headshot here recently, the 405, and I think I'm going to end up eventually putting it up as my main camera here, only because I'd like to keep at least the 2 110s I can use for the football games, band stuff, all that. When they're the same camera, they're more close in quality and everything when I go to combine them at the end of the year and stuff. So. And just because there's sometimes where I set up to do a time lapse, I'll set it up on the field, during a 3-hour practice or something, and just do a time lapse of 3 hours. So I need battery life. But I ran into a problem because I was actually hooking that up earlier today to get ready for the stream tonight, and I started thinking about it, and we're doing a large project tonight, and my CX 110 cameras can have lenses attached. The 405, the newer camera that's supposed to be better, doesn't. It won't let there's no screw-on places or anything to put on a different lens. So it's like, I need a wide angle, because we're using a wide angle lens right now tonight. If I wasn't using the wide angle lens when I was testing earlier with the other camera, I'm barely getting my inches on my here, the 24 inches. And so here I'm getting, an extra, almost a foot with the wide angle lens on it. So, and I'm doing time lapse for this, and I didn't want to change it up in the middle of the time lapse for this. It's like, so I'm going to have to use it. And it's like, well, there's no more band events we got a banquet tomorrow. I'll use cameras, but don't necessarily need this one. But for the full-blown stuff, I've still got a couple months, so that gives me time to kind of rearrange and figure out what I'm going to do. Because I'd like to change as soon as I can, but like I said, I need to get this project finished. So hopefully maybe that'll give me a push to get this thing done and get these cameras rearranged. I don't know if I'm going to get another... Don't know what I'm going to do yet. I keep looking. I did see one new camcorder style thing. I think it was a Panasonic. And it actually has 2 cameras on it. The viewfinder, when it opens up, has a small camera on it too. I'm trying to find out more information, because that would be kind of cool in a way, because I do a lot of 2 camera shots anyway. I'll set up 2 cameras on a tripod pointing out, and other times I put them on 2 separate tripods pointing in, and do different things with it. And if one camera can do 2 views, I just don't know. I don't know if it automatically does a picture-in-picture itself, and that's how it saves, or will it save as 2 separate files that I can blend together myself. So I'm trying to find that out. If I'd get it, I don't know. It's an older-ish camera anyway, so they're not real expensive, but found some that I really like, that I'd love to have to do the band stuff, but $800-900 a pop. It's like, yeah, I'd love to, but I don't make any money from doing this. And then again, I've been looking at the webcams, trying to figure out, find one that can zoom. I want one that was the other thing, because I thought, well, I can just put up the webcam, I can move it up top, but I can't zoom in on it, and I change the zoom depending on what I'm working on. So if I can find a webcam that has decent zooming capabilities, possibly go that route. I don't know, too many things I'm still trying to figure out. It's just been a crazy couple of weeks getting all this band stuff done. I'm glad it's done. In the heat of it, like I always say, I always hate it when I'm in the middle of doing it, but when I'm done, it's like, okay. And while I'm actually just doing the video, I have fun just doing the video and stuff. It's putting it all together at the end of the year, boy. Drives me a little batty there. Wife can attest to it. Was talking with the youngest, and we were trying to figure out when I started doing it for all the band kids. And it was like 14 years ago was when we started doing it for all the kids. And about 4 or 5 years before that was doing it, just, our youngest was in middle school, so we were doing middle school stuff, and a lot less then, but it's done. We got a banquet Friday. I'm going to be doing pictures for that, after they get their awards and whatnot. Over to the side, I'll get a couple quick shots of them, and that, I'll process that, and upload those to the Facebook for all the parents to grab if they want them. But other than that, pretty much done for the year. Other than it's already started for next year. We already know what the show music is, so I need to start getting that, updating the website, because I run the band parent website for them. So yeah, there's still a little bit of stuff to do, but it's definitely gonna mellow out a bit, which is nice. Okay, March and April, boy, they just disappear on me. I'm so busy and adding in doing chainmail stuff. Just get so busy, man. It gets crazy. And if you've been around for a while, every year I've been doing this. And I guess it's only been 1 year that I've been doing the. What am I doing? Oh, I see what I did there, didn't I? I screwed that one up. Screwed it up the line before, though, because this one should be going through none. Why did I put an extra green one there? Oh, I see what I did. All these are a little off. I went one over. That must have been the last Thursday that we did this. Yeah, we'll just pull them out. Let me see if I can find my edges. And then, yeah, it's going to be 2 more. Yeah, I guess, at least it was on the end. Could have been worse. Yeah, see, I put an extra green one there, and that threw off the rest of it when I was counting. Where are you? Hopefully my head's not getting in the picture. Trying to find that closure. Alright. Here we go. It was supposed to be... let's see here. Yeah. Out in the world. Did I not catch it then? A little weird, but yeah, it's caught. It has been caught. It has been fixed. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Sorry, I might get a little jibbery weird tonight. I haven't had the jibber jabber time on the stream here, so let's see here, and then the green, yeah. Though I have talked to myself still quite a bit when I was doing the video and watching the video over and over and over and over and over and over. Sorry, I got a little crazy there at the end. I've watched so much video, it's driven me a little bonkers there. I'll be glad it's done and it gets into chainmail. So I've got another project that I've got going for the other group I'm part of that I still haven't even looked at and gotten into. I think they opened them a couple weeks ago now. I don't even remember now. I need to figure out when I'm supposed to be done with it, so I can figure that out too. Thought about doing it for a stream, but then I was like, well, that's showing it off beforehand, and I don't know if anybody wants to catch it. I know some of the people from the group show up here on occasion, and I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't do it for a stream, but so I got that. And I talked about the Monday. I actually put a name. I'm calling it the wormhole. Cubed, something like that, at least for now. I was ready to show off what I was going to kind of do with it, even though I hadn't worked on it yet. Up until Monday, kind of played with it, but I figured we were going to play with it more on Monday. I'm probably going to hold off until this next Monday to get back into it. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, if the internet's working, again, it's working great tonight, like I said, but that's all changing come Wednesday of next week. We're having problems Monday night, like I said, and then Tuesday wasn't any better. And so I started looking into the Google Fiber. I didn't want to go, but yeah. Started looking at it Tuesday night. We got up Wednesday, still having internet issues. It was just driving me nuts. It reset so many times. I finally pulled the trigger Wednesday morning. Alright, let's set it up. Let's just do it. So it's supposed to be by next Wednesday. They're pretty, I don't know if anybody's had experience with them, but we haven't really had much to deal with them. But being that it was yesterday morning, we set up service for Wednesday to hook up inside. They were out today and already have the line hooked up to the house. So, it's pretty much we have the internet to the house. We just need to have the guy get it the rest of the way. And it's like, that's kind of pretty quick compared to what I'm used to. So that'll be changing. And it should help the stream, I'm hoping, in multiple ways. Just because right now, our plan for our internet is like 300 megabytes per second on our download, and we're at 10 for our upload, and it's like 10 really. And whenever I do my test, we're average about 150 to 200 on our download and about 7 on our upload. So if the 7 is doing what we've been doing pretty good at times, let's say, if I can, the new one's going to be 1,000 down, 1,000 up. I'm sure that, there's the bottleneck and everything, but it should help with the upload. And that'll probably help me a ton with doing my videos for the band stuff and the website for the Booga Box. If I can upload stuff quicker, that will make things a lot easier than sometimes, band stuff more per se with YouTube and stuff when I'm doing videos for them, but because they can take a while after an event. But I just want good connectivity. That's more what I'm looking for. I'm sure everybody in the house would probably enjoy that. They're always saying, at least once a week for years, it's always like, well, is the internet down? What's going on with the internet? It's resetting, blah, blah, blah. And we've dealt with, who are they now? Spectrum, yeah. They change their name all the time. Time Warner before that. Who were they before that? That's when we started using them. I can't remember who they've all been through the years now. We've had them for the internet for the last 17 years here. Had them for cable during all that, up to about 4 years ago. We dropped the cable part. But before we bought the house and moved here, we had them for our that was more the time of dial-up. So a lot of people were on dial-up. That was the beginnings of having cable internet. And so we just had them for cable then, and we had them there for about 12 years. We were there for about 15 years at the townhouse. And had them for cable then, so we've been with them for a while, but every time I'd call them saying we're having problems, they would test the line and say, nope, I don't see a problem. And that's the problem. It wasn't happening all the time. It's like taking your car into the shop, because you get hearing this bigger bang or something, and you get there and it won't happen. they're like, oh, we don't see nothing wrong. About how it was with our internet. But it was Monday night during the stream while we're trying to do all that. We lost the internet a little bit Monday night too, and I did get an email from Spectrum saying during routine maintenance. I'm like, well, okay, I've been complaining about this for a while now. I call all the time. We found an issue with your thing. We'd like to schedule you a time to have a installer come out and check your line. This will take approximately 3 to 4 hours. I'm like, what? It didn't even take them that long to hook up the cable when they had to run it from the line in the back of the yard, you know? And so, I mean, that was the other factor why I started looking more Tuesday. It was like, man, I'm just tired of going through this it's just been a little, you know. Tonight we're doing good by the looks of it. We'd probably be fine for the next week or two, and then we'd start having issues again. And it's just been a constant thing we've been battling forever, it seems like. Even when we had cable and stuff, we were having problems with the cable the same way. Every few months, it's like had something to look at. Just kind of done, and I have no idea if Google Fiber will be any better, to be honest with you, but I'm willing to give it a try. I don't necessarily like Google all that much, but if it works better, we'll see what happens. If I don't like it, I can always go back. I mean, it's there, but so, yeah. Like I said, not really much to talk about what I've been doing the last 2 weeks. I kind of talked about it during the times. It's last 6 weeks to 8 weeks have been nothing but band stuff for the most part. Especially the past 2 weeks. Just finishing everything up is always a chore. For that, you can do little bits here and there, but, you know, some events can take me a while, and I don't know how many things I had to reconvert multiple times because I had a little screw up in it. Misspell a date here, so I've got to reconvert. Or, I put together a compilation and did my cuts and videos and stuff like that for all the camera angles, and I got it all done, converted, I watched it, and I wasn't happy with it, so I go back and redo it. Change where I do my cuts here and there. And then every year it's always like, how do I want to do all that? You know, everything for YouTube is always just one main shot from the top, and you know, it's great, but it's kind of neat to see the other angles. And so this year I put a lot more multiple cameras on the screen at one time for a longer period of time, where I wasn't going for like full screen of one scene then cut to another full screen of another camera. I've had cameras in boxes and overlapping here and there, and it turned out pretty good, I think. It makes all the pictures a little bit smaller, but, you know. Well, and I did try one thing that I have no idea if anybody's going to like it or not. Let's see here. I need to do a count on this one, I think. Well, why shouldn't that be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Did I screw up that row? Okay, here. Now I'm a little. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's on 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, that must be where I was off here. Let me double check. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16. Correct? Yes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14. We're supposed to be 15. Okay, that's why that threw that off. I was like, man, there's just something else wrong here. That was just the last time I worked on this. It had to been a Thursday night, because I haven't worked on it other than stream nights. But yeah, it was that whole row I just totally kind of mangled. Maybe it was the night I forgot to eat again. I didn't get my Snickers. I didn't satisfy myself. I don't know what it was. Yeah. So it's like, man, that's just not right. I'm still on a 10 count because there's always been 10 from in between the gold line and the bottom of the letter. And I thought we had already started moving up, but obviously we shouldn't have. So, and that's not something I worked on tonight. We just started working on the rest of the green tonight. So, something I screwed up with the line before. So that would have all been from the last string probably. All right, let's just grab you real quick. See if we can get you tucked up in there easy enough. Come on, let go of that other ring. You always want to grab the other ring that I don't want. So, like I said, hopefully the audio and everything's working. I'm not seeing anybody posting anywhere. So, hopefully everything's working for you. If it's not, and you can't hear me, I guess apologies not going to help. But, see now, how did I do that? Oh, that's just, no? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Don't matter to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just following nothing. Kermit the Frog here. Oh. And, you know, I was planning on streaming actually last night too, and then I totally forgot that Tuesday, we had a band parent meeting Tuesday, or monthly band parent meeting. It's normally on Tuesday, but I guess they had the senior honors Tuesday night, and so the school was going to kind of be preoccupied, and you know, their band parents that are seniors, they want to go to that too. So I mean, they postponed it till Wednesday night, and totally forgot about it Wednesday morning when I was doing stuff. Wasn't until a little bit later in the afternoon I was like, oh yeah, I forgot all about that, because I was like, that's what I did Wednesday morning, was actually boxing up everything. I'd finished up Tuesday night with all the videos and stuff, and it was kind of late. I think it was about 12:30, 1 o'clock. And so yesterday morning, I got up, and that's when I started packing everything up, got the keychains all together, got the dog tags all together, got all that. And I was like, okay. And after I got it all done, it was a little bit after that going, oh yeah, I'm taking all this stuff tonight. The band parent meeting's tonight. So, and I was hoping to kind of get home in enough time to get a bit of a stream going, and maybe go a little past, you know. I didn't want to go over Sean's stream over at Mailworks. He didn't end up streaming last night, so it wouldn't have mattered, but I would have started till about the same time he normally starts. By the time I got home, the meeting was normal time, but then the officers stick around. There's other things we talk about, you know, they want to look at and do, blah, 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 blah. So it took a little longer at the school before I finally got home. I kind of still thought about it again, but then I was like, well, I need to test these cameras out, figure out what I'm going to do. And that, you know me and my internal debates that always happen. Do I do this? Do I do that? And then I have to debate it between my brain and my brain. It's like both sides of my brain got to debate. One side wants one thing, the other side, they never agree, that's for sure. And so then I stopped and finally gave it a little bit more today, and kind of got this I need to get wrapped up, and I want the widescreen angle. I'm half tempted. I did look and found some 110s, used 110s on eBay. I have bought the one. It was a good one. Actually, it was an awesome deal. It just happened to fly at the right time. I happened to look. The guy that I bought that third CX 110 from was on eBay. It was a work function that they bought from work for a presentation thing that was going on a Friday and a Saturday through their work. They wanted to videotape. So they bought this camera, and that's it. They bought it for doing those 2 days, and then they turned around and sold it. And I got it for probably about half price as new, hardly any time on it, everything with it. It was just an awesome deal. So, I mean, that was a little different of a used one, but. Alright, so we're on to, I need to count these. But I've seen some other ones, used ones, about $100. It's like, I don't want to necessarily buy used because you just don't know what you're going to get, but the others, I mean, they've been pretty sturdy for me. Like I said, I've got 3 of them, 2 of them now, but 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 33. Forgot I almost had to count by twos for half a second. So, longer batch here, and we're into all solid red, so we'll be closing this C up here soon enough. And now with the video stuff done, I'll actually have this sitting out tonight with this camera now back up in there. I might actually get a little bit more done tonight. I don't know how much. Last night, after I actually got home from the meeting and I decided not to do the stream, I actually just kicked back and watched some TV, played a few quick stupid games just to unwind a little bit. I actually went and got me a slice of my Casey's pizza and a drink and just kind of chilled. So it'd be kind of nice to do that again in a way tonight, but I do want to get back into getting this. I need to get this done, and there's so many things that I've been behind on with doing all this. I still got yard work to do too. We haven't mowed, and oh my lord, guys, it's looking a little junglish. I feel bad for not getting it done now, but I don't have the new mower yet, and doing the hand just wouldn't gonna do it. So new mower's supposed to be here Sunday or Saturday. I'm hoping. I am so hoping. Because then we're supposed to get rain, and our yard sucks when it rains, so hoping I can get in mowing Saturday. When it gets here, see how long it takes me to kind of put it together and get it finished and started and going, we'll see. I'm going to try to get a little bit stuff tomorrow. It's supposed to be a little cooler. We've been hot this week. Monday through, we've been in 95, feels like hundreds. After we were having days of 60s. So the thing that sucks about doing the band stuff, it's always nice when I get in to start doing the band stuff, and in March it's like we're starting to have some nice days, and I'm stuck working on stuff. April comes around, I'm getting more into it, going, oh man, and then we're starting to have a few warm days. It's like, oh, well, it'll cool, it's going to cool back down, and it does. And then by the time I'm done, it's like it's just got hot. It's like 95, 100, what? Tomorrow's supposed to be a little cooler, and I think next week we're supposed to be in the mid-80s, so it's definitely better than the mid-90s, so I'll take it. But I'm definitely got to get out there and get some things caught up. Get a first mowing going, and get trimmed around the fence line, and get all the crap that grows up between property lines cleaned up the best I can on my side anyway. And all that to do, so got a lot of work I need to get done outside that's going to keep me a little busy during the day. So, but that should open me up for more at night, being able to get some more chainmail going, get back into my normal routine, hopefully. I like my little routine. Hadn't been nothing routine though last couple of weeks. It's just been, I had some late nights there, I'd get up at, 9 or so, 10 o'clock. It's late for some of y'all, I know, but, yeah, I do that. I normally go to bed about 2 in the morning when I do it that way, but here lately, there was a few nights I was up till about 5 in the morning, and then I'd be back up at 9 or 10 the next day, and do the same thing, and, always sleeping about for 4 hours a day. It was kind of killing me there. Today, though, I got up normal. I ended up going to bed normal-ish time last night. Woke up a little normal-ish, but I was only up for a little bit, and I was just tired, so I ended up going taking a nap. I was like, well, all I got going today is get the stream going for tonight. I got the camera work to do, but I am just so freaking tired. I need a nap. The older I get, it seems like the more naps I need. I know this outside work's going to kill me too, but it got to get done. So like, just, cool me down for a week, get me back into the mid-60s for a week, and I could get caught up. I think we would be good. That's all I need. Just give me a nice 60s week. No rain. Because like I say, when it rains, our yard just sucks. It has no drainage. It just piles up. It takes forever to dry out. It's the minimum. I have to wait at least minimum of 2 days with no rain. before I can go out and mow for enough of the puddles to get disappeared. To be able to. It's better for 3 to 4 days, and that's hard to come by at this point in time of the year. End of June, early July is a little different. We normally get the rain, but it's a week apart. Normally not an issue, but you know, it's growing less then too than it is now. But I've tried to do some things. I need to buy one of those aerator things that'll put big old giant kind of spikes into the ground and help with drainage. I tried some of the soil stuff you spray on. That didn't do squat. That was a joke. Tried to do things to help with the drainage, to help with that, but we got one part of the backyard. It seems to drain okay, but it doesn't get any sun by the big ass trees we've got. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? All this time, I didn't turn on my music. One of the things I want to get set up again, and there we go. Alright. It's like, man, I forgot something. But yeah, we've got these trees that just block out the sun, pretty much all the sun. I mean, the way the sun where it comes and how it goes, it just, there's one part of the back corner there just doesn't even get enough sunwhere. It really doesn't even like to grow grass. It's too shaded. There's on 3 sides, there's buildings, storage buildings from 3 different neighbors. So it kind of blocks all that, then the tree is blocking the rest of it, so it just never really gets much sun. So that takes forever. The front, a little lumpy, and it likes to retain water. I mean, just, we get good rains, I mean, it just looks like a big lake out in the front almost. Tried multiple things, and the only thing I haven't tried is get one of those aerator things. Tried the stupid spike shoe type things. Yeah, I didn't do the whole thing, but yeah, you could tell it wasn't doing nothing either. Probably need to get a professional lawn service to come in for a little while, and they could probably take care of it. A few things I'd like to do to help do it, but again, tools, equipment, time, and if I was 20 years younger. Everything anymore is like, boy, if I was 20 years younger. At the time, it was like, boy, I wish I was 20 again. And now, you know, when you're 50 and thinking of your 30s, going, yeah, 30 was pretty good now. And then when you're 30, going, man, 20s were great. And give another 20 years, I'll be sitting here at 70 going, boy, the 50s were awesome. That's how it always works, though, isn't it? But, yeah, let's see, like I said, this weekend, other than getting some yard work done, we got a little rain forecast. Hopefully Saturday I can get that. I'm hoping the mower will show up early-ish Saturday. I don't want to be one of their last stops at like 6 at night or something, because the delivery's anywhere from like 8 in the morning till 6 at night. And I'm like, yeah, mine will show up at like 5:30, you know. I'll have barely enough time to put it together. We have to put it up because it gets dark. Though it has headlights. Well, the mower actually I have now that stopped working has headlights. But for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to turn them on. It was a used mower I got. I never did ask them how to turn them on. There's no easily noticeable thing, but well, this new one, the new mower, I will say also, I'm going to have to read the instructions a bit. And I need to probably look up some YouTube videos, because the mower that I was using was, you know, I got it used. We've been using it used for the past, I don't know, what has it been, 6 years or so. But the mower itself was like a 96 model. So it's old. I mean, it's done its job. They had it forever, took good care of it and everything. It was getting there, but new ones, these new mowers, every time I kept going and looking at them and stuff, they're just hydrostatics and basically automatics and all these other little things and doodads, and I'm like, I don't know how to use one of these. I don't get it. Is that correct? I didn't look at the picture here. Is that? I know it says it's correct, but me and being me, yeah, it's right. I should know better, because I'm a big dummy. I'm a big old dummy. Alright, so I'll just finish it out. Well, that's the plan this weekend. I might actually try to get in another stream, possibly. If I do, it'll be after dark. Saturday after dark, chainmail. Come join us at the Booga Box. Yeah, if I do, it'd probably be later on a Saturday night or something, man. Because this, I have no reason to need to put this up. Tomorrow is laser day, but I actually, I do have one thing I need to laser up, but that'll be quick and easy, and I can actually laser it on any, or on the CO2 or the diode laser, so I don't need to do a full setup. I can do a quick, small setup and do it on the diode and be done, and it doesn't necessarily have to be done tomorrow either, so. That's a nice little thing in itself there. I mean, there's many things I still need to do and I want to test. And we'll find out tomorrow night at the banquet. I could have some more coins to do that will use the fiber laser, but we'll have to see how that goes, see if anybody wants them. Like I said, I made up the test one to see if they want to do that for the seniors. And they kind of, it was just an idea. That's why I made it up for myself. And if anybody wants it, I'll be happy to make them up for them. So we're going to offer that to the seniors tomorrow. See if anybody wants them, I'll be doing that up. So then might have some of that to do, I guess, possibly over the weekend, depending. I think I've got 2 at least to do. I know I've been contacted by 2 of the parents going, yeah, we want to do that. Can we do this, that? And I was like, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. So we'll find out more tomorrow. But hopefully. Otherwise, we'll be back for sure on Monday night and get all these cameras situated. But I think here for a little while we're just going to be down to 2 cameras. We'll put one as the selfie cam, if you want to call it that, whatever, and the other one from the top here, just so I can have the one. And just go with the 2 cameras for a little bit till I figure out exactly what I want to do for that. For my 3rd one, or just go without 3rd one. Who knows? I don't know. I just started with 1, then it grew to 2, then it grew to 3, and now it's 2. And I guess on Thursdays it's down to 1. Yeah, but I don't. That's why as a camera, well, I haven't always used this lens, but it comes in nice for these bigger inlays, and that's one thing I'm going to miss if I go the other route. I'm going to lose a foot of video space, kind of. I could go up higher, but then that's just going to give me the other angle, too, that I don't need. I don't need it to be taller. I just need it to be wide. Like I said, if I can find a decent webcam, I kind of gave them quick glances. I need to chat with Sean over there at Mailworks and see. His camera seems to be doing a pretty good job. I need to find out. He's told me once what it was, but I forgot to write it down. Go look at it and see. Something that's going to have decent quality when you zoom in. And this one actually does. I found out it works better if I have something as a background instead of just trying to hold something up in the middle of it. And when I was testing earlier with the other camera, it actually does pretty good on that too. But again, I just can't put a different wide-angle lens on it. So some webcams have wide-angle lenses that give you a wider angle than the standard 90 degrees, No, it's like, well, I could even go cheaper. Well, not necessarily cheaper, but go find some old used i3 Canon i3s. Those can be used, but I have used my T6 on it. It's a pain though, so I don't necessarily want to go that route. Well, where are we at here? I haven't even looked in a while. Looked over a few times. Yeah, we're at 0.1% drop rate. So internet is working fabulously tonight, finally. I know the sun set because it was yesterday. Also, we lost the internet again. When that time it went out, I do all this all the time too. But when it went out this time, I went ahead and unplugged the router, the modem, the cords, all the cords that went into them. Unlike normally, I just let it power down, wait a little bit, plug it all back in. I powered it down, unplugged all the cords, and plug both ends of the cord that connect to the cable modem, and let them all rest for a little bit, plug them back in, and ever since then things have been working pretty good. So doesn't matter though, next Wednesday hopefully things will not have to worry about it again. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. Yeah. What do you want, bud? I hear you. Where you at? I don't know if he's wanting back outside. He's kind of enjoyed the warmer weather now. He just goes out there and lays out like, well, last summer, well, past 2 summers, because we had Boomer, we had Buzz, and Marvel all outside, and they all love going outside here and just camping out on the pad out back here, and it looked like I was out there drying cat jerky or something. They'd just all be hanging out there. So, we lost the Boomer last year, midsummer, so now it's just Boomer, or Buzzy, so he goes out there by himself now because Marvel's inside again now. Trapped in a bedroom. At least it's the master bedroom. There's room to roam. And she gets time out. We put the other cats up and let her have some time out too, but kind of feel sorry for her in a way. I know she wants to go out and roam and she really wants outside, but it's like, no, babe. You're too crazy. Buzz, he has never really roamed when he went out. He would go a little bit, but now here the past 3 years, he pretty much, if he goes out, he's just pretty much right outside the back door here. I mean, he'll roam around on the bigger pad we have. Sometimes he'll go up on the deck, but he doesn't even go back to his old hunting grounds of snake-to-tooth at the back of the fence line. He doesn't even go back there anymore. So, the Marvel, she would start roaming around and see her running down from a block away. It's like, Boomer used to also roam. I hated him doing that too, but he grew up out there and there was no keeping him in. He was a fanatic about getting outside. His roaming had slowed down there before he got sick. He wasn't going as far and spending as much outside time, but he was just the outside buddy. I mean, the worst thing that drove me nuts was he still wanted to go over, and he was born in a neighbor's shed thing out back, and they have a cat door in it, and so that's where he grew up, that's where he knows, so he always loved to go over there, jump in and go over there in that garage. There's been different sets of dogs there all the time, and you just never know, and the set of dogs is not kind to the cats, so it's like I hated him. He didn't go over there as much there near those past 2 years, but he still would if he'd go out there and study. If he'd seen that the dogs were not out, he'd take his run. But then there were times where he kind of got stuck in there. He wouldn't come out once the dogs were out. So if the dogs were out roaming for a while, I wouldn't see him until they took the dogs in. He felt comfortable enough to get out and make a jump for the fence. And I just hated that too, because we had to take him to the vet, I think 2-3 different times because of him jumping the fence and sliding just a bit and getting a gash on him from grabbing the top of the fence. They're not super sharp, but you slide off of them. I know, I hear you over there. He was meowing. Well, is the door fully shut, bud? I'm gonna go check, see if he wants to go out real quick. Yeah. Come on, you wanna go out? Yeah, he wanted to go out. Kept meowing over there at the door like he wanted out, so. And he's just gonna go out there. He since I haven't done the leaves, he loves piles of leaves. He loves going out. There's 2 things he likes with leaves. He has his pea pile of leaves. There's a pile up over on the other side of the shed that he normally goes to go pee in. He likes to pee in those leaves. And then he's got this other pile that's closer to the door that he likes to. You can see an impression in the leaves where he's made like a little bed. And he goes out there and he's kind of just lays in the leaves and hangs out, and made him a little nest per se in these leaves. He's not going to like it this weekend when I clean him up, though. And he's going to lose his 2 little spots. He's especially like that little leaf pile here this past week with it being warmer. It's like he can go out there, sit in the sun, get his leaves on. Then he goes into the garage tent thing we have. He hangs out in there too. That's normally, if I don't see him for a while, I would almost say 100% of the time that's where he's at. I've looked for him a few times, but there's a few places he can be in there that I wouldn't necessarily see him, but normally I'll unzip it and get in there, and there he is. Looking at me like, what? Well, it's the time to come in and eat. I'm ready to wake up and eat and go back to sleep. That is my daily job. Okay, well, as an FYI, I guess I need to mark that off. We are working on row 160. So we're down to 42 rows left, if I'm not mistaken. And we should get, let's see how much time we got left. About 10 minutes. We'll get a good chunk. Probably get into most of the C done before we close up shop tonight. I don't necessarily need to end super early. But I will say, it has been it's not, when you're working with chainmail every day, your hands work up. But when you take a couple days off from doing chainmail, my hands are a little sore tonight. Now, part of that is because, like I said, I did something, I think it's the mouse that I use. It's a rolling mouse. Well, it won't reach over here. It's got a ball, it's a trackball mouse, and it's got a button here and a button on the other side. So I use the thumb button a lot. And I don't know if it's because of all the video and moving and clicking. Could have been that. I don't know what it was. It lasted till Tuesday, and then it seemed to be okay. So I'm doing pretty good today. I can get pressure back on it and pick things up. I literally couldn't pick up my water jug with one hand because my thumb was just giving out. It's still sore. I still feel it up in here. And then the side of this finger, I don't know what happened to it. I think when I was clipping my nails, it kind of clipped into the corner there just a little bit too much. And the odd thing about it, though, on that was, normally you get that pain immediately, and within, 6-8 hours, the kind of pain starts going away. I didn't feel anything immediately. It wasn't until the next day, because that I woke up with Saturday night into Sunday morning, and that was hurting. I was like, man, what in the world? It's still a little sore today, so it's lasted longer and took longer to start hurting than the other times before, so it's a little weird, but it's feeling better today, so. But my hands, again, hadn't done any chainmail for other than Monday for 10 minutes since the Monday before. Had a little break there. It was a little weird, I will say that, but it flew by. Because honestly, it feels like it was just 2 days ago I was doing the stream. And it had been more than that. I mean, 2 days we tried to do the stream, but we had the weekend and all that week before till the Monday before that, so. It's weird, but I'm glad to kind of get back into it. Well, I did do a bracelet. I forgot. It was about a 40-minute bracelet order I had to do. I did forget I did that. It kind of got worked in. I started up a conversion one time. I was working on a winter concert, and so it was a longer concert, so the converting time was longer. I think I got about an hour on that convert that I had to do, so it gave me plenty of time to do that. Quick and easy, so that was kind of nice. It was a little bit of a break, but again, I think it was about 46 minutes is all I spent on that, including class. And then, 6-7 minutes to package it up, get it boxed up, put a label on there. Quick and easy. I like those. I like long projects too, though. Something with some meat to it. Ooh, I needed to count these, though, don't I? Yeah, because we're going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I forgot we're closing in on the sea. I can't just go by the row before now. I think my red row will be a little bit less this time. Yeah, I'm going to lose one red for the next few rows. There'll be one less red every row. Then there'll be a row where it like drops 2 for a little bit because it's getting closer to the end of the sea. When the sea ends up closing up, then we'll be almost done. Yes, I have lost my mind tonight. I'm actually a little bit hungry because it was about 45 minutes before the stream. I was sitting there going, uh-oh. My stomach started growling at me. I was like, crap, I forgot to eat again today. So I ran up, grabbed a little something real quick because I was like, I know I won't make it through the stream. I really crash hard if I forget to eat about 8 o'clock, it seems like. That's about the normal time that'll happen. And sure enough, I was like, yeah, so I'll be going to grab me something after I'm done here for sure. Probably a spicy chicken sandwich. Possibly, who knows. See what's available. But I did get some cherry preserves that were freaking awesome. I love those things, man. I've been eating a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwich just to put that on there because they're good, man. Days are good. All right. So now it's on to 32 red. Let's get the count out. And it's not going to be enough. Let's see how close we can get here. Maybe. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Way off. 30, 32. Yeah, 4 off. But so, again, I don't think I said I want to thank everybody that dropped by and joins us live, or if you're watching us later, I do appreciate it. Don't forget to give those thumbs up, likes, and all that good stuff. Gets us out there a little more, the more we get of those. Comments, you can make comments after, you don't have to watch us live, you can make a comment, I'll still see new comments, it lets me know. So, and if it's something I need to reply to, I will. And if you just ever need to contact me, just drop me a line. I've had a lot of people here contact me the last few days, actually, which I'm surprised. I want to thank John for that. He posted up something the other day and tagged me in it, and it got a lot of people to come over and ask to be friends and stuff. So appreciate that, John, if you catch this. I don't know if you'll catch this later. I don't think you might have been here tonight. Again, if anybody's making comments, I'm not seeing them tonight. Hopefully we're not getting any comments in a way. I hope that I'm just not missing them. I'd rather not have them than miss them, I guess. So, but I do want to thank everybody. I know we've kind of been a little off those last couple weeks, but things will get back to normal. I know last year was about the same-ish. There was times, last year things were a little more organized. I was prepared for dates a little better. Like I said, this year I was expecting them not having to worry about this till basically the first week of June, after we got back from Chicago trip. But since they didn't want to include the Chicago trip on this, everything got moved up by 3 weeks, and that totally threw everything off and put me way behind the 8 ball there for a while. And, I mean, I caught back up, but hopefully everything else now will start to iron out. I can get some of these other things I wanted to get done. Still got a bigger CO2 laser coming, so I'm going to have also some rearranging to do, so that's going to kind of cut into some time too. I don't know exactly when that's coming yet, but it will be within the next 2 weeks. So that's kind of a bummer in a way, but great overall. By the time everything's said and done, I'll be able to, my CO2 laser will be able to, I'll have triple the cutting area, double the cutting wattage. Just everything will be so much better when it comes to using the CO2 laser. Plus I got a water cooler for it. instead of having to do the old ice method that I currently do, which is what takes so long to set up sometimes. So that'll be a thing of the past too. So a lot of good things that are going to help things. So it'll be nice. Probably means I will be spending a little more time in the laser side of things because we got the fiber we've been playing with and still learning. This will be a little bit of a learning curve. I'm used to the programs that I'll use for it, but just figuring out its nuances compared to what I've used here for the past 7 years. It'll be different. So we'll have that going on. So it's going to be an interesting summer. Hopefully we'll have more events coming this summer than we had last year. Well, and obviously a year before that, where there was nothing. Trying to get back into things has been a little more difficult than I planned on. It's just become a little more difficult. You know, wife's got her health issues that kind of play a role in it. I'm getting older, plays a role in it. Definitely harder to do events as we're getting older. But that's still some of the other things I'm trying to do is get some designs finished up and make up some things that should hopefully help with doing events quicker. If they work out good enough. But again, I got to get some other things done before I get those done. It's all in the puzzle book of or math rules or something, you know, where you got to do certain thing first before you can get to this, you know. And it's like you really want to get to that, but you got to get this done first because you can't do it, you know, the other way around. It kind of sucks. Because if this gets put off, that puts this off even more. And that's about how everything is when it comes to my woodworking. I've got all my tools pretty much over the last several years that I can now do some things that I've been wanting to do. Just need to get the work area to do it in now. Once that's done, that'll get a lot of processes that are down road that I want to do finally moved up. Well, and having a bigger laser too will actually help because I'm going to do. I got a few designs that I've kind of made up for table displays at events that I want to use the laser for, but I needed a bigger laser to do it. My current laser was just too small to do it. So, new one will be able to do that. So that'll come into something, you know. The first one I made up of that was probably 2.5 years ago, going, if I ever get that, this is when I want to use it and build it with it. And now I'll be able to finally do that. I thought about, I'm friends with a lot of people on that own all kinds of different lasers through different Facebook laser pages and stuff. And there's some other people I thought about sending the design to and having them cut out for me, but I don't know. I just always wanted to do it myself. It's like everything I do. I like to do it myself. You know, it's when it comes. That's why I like doing the chainmail. When it comes to, I make my own cards. I almost want to make my own business cards. If they didn't look homemade, for the most part, I have a better way of cutting them that I can still kind of probably do. And if I could actually make up my own bags, I'd probably do that too. And I've actually looked at bag sealers and stuff for larger amounts of rings. Because I thought about at one point selling rings of just regular stuff, not anodized, but it's stainless steel, titanium, niobium, copper, brass, you know, that kind of thing. But there's a lot of people already out there. I didn't necessarily want to compete and get pushed into their market because, you know, maybe it's because you like the people too. You know, most of these owners that are these smaller places that I buy from, I know them. Maybe not super personally, but most of them I've chatted with on many of the chainmail pages. There's some that I actually have chatted with on smaller groups, and some we have private chat. So, I mean, I don't necessarily want to get in on their side of things. There's a lot of them. It'd be harder to break in anyway, to a degree. But so I didn't necessarily want to do that, but I did. That was one of the reasons why I was looking at bag sealers and stuff at one point in time, and still kind of do maybe for kits. So I have kind of kept it on radar, but it hasn't gotten to the point where I do the kits for my Chanians, but I don't do enough of them that I think I needed to get something that'll help speed along the process. So that's one reason why I hadn't gone that route yet. Just figured it wasn't necessarily needed right now. Who knows at some point, but I do have some. I've still got 2 tutorials I need to get added to the website. But I've been playing with the website, trying to decide if I want to upgrade it to a different platform, which is going to be a job in itself. But if the other ones, there's one I'm working with that I think would make it easier in the long run, but it's going to take a buttload of work to get going. But once it's going, I think it would be better in the long run. So I'm still, again, my internal debating can go on forever. And I think the wife would probably agree to that. There are sometimes I just flip-flop back and forth going, man, it'd be good to do this. It'd be better to do this. I'll drive myself nuts sometimes. Trust me. I've kept myself awake at night over some of the stupidest things because I'm deciding. There was one night actually, when we first bought the house, it was debating on when I wanted to mow. I actually kept myself up for an hour and a half one night debating, did I want to mow the front yard tomorrow first, or do I want to mow the backyard first tomorrow? I literally kept myself up thinking that. It's like my stupid internal debating system is just ridiculous. It just takes me way too long sometimes. It's like if I was ever in a dangerous situation and it's like, do I need to run or fight? I'd be like, oh, let me debate this for a while, and by the time I thought about it, it'd be too late. But that would be my luck. I mean, I can make fast decisions to a degree, but it's not that bad. But sometimes, like I said, especially when it comes to chainmail, do I want to do it this way? Do I want to do it that way? What's next? I've lost my mind. I've gone to crazy town. Alrighty, so a little bit more done there. Where are we at here anyway? We're 5 minutes over our hour. So I guess we can give it a quick stretch. Gotta get me a drink real quick. Because we're about at a good stopping point. I think that put us in. We got 2 rows done, so. And that was fixing the 2 screw-ups I had, so that's actually not too bad. Can't believe I still had those screw-ups to begin with, but so there we are. Like I said, it's never the greatest on this table, but we get the basic idea there. We're getting there. Like I said, let's see, I wonder, I think we only got like 12 more rows to finish off. Come on, paper. No, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 more rows to finish it off. Finish off the C. So yeah, we only got 9 more rows. Then we'll have the other 40-ish. Will be just like this blank spot here. Will be to this part. So it's getting there. Hopefully, I can get some more work on it done tonight. But I do want to thank everybody again that dropped by. If you drop by, watch us live. If you're watching us later, I appreciate it very much. Don't forget to give likes, thumbs up, all that good stuff. As I said, we will be back on Monday night for sure. Hoping maybe we'll get in a late night Saturday time. I don't have any necessarily plans, so I'm going to try to get in a late night Saturday. Probably be on this because I'm going to leave this out and just try to get as much as I can done on it. So, otherwise, I hope you all have a great weekend, and we will catch you all on next Monday, if not Saturday. So, y'all have a good one. Peace.